You really shouldn't have come here. That sentence still echoes in my head. I was 22 when my boyfriend Owen and I decided to take a romantic trip to a small foreign country. We wanted something quiet, something off the beaten path. We rented a secluded cabin deep in the woods. Big mistake. From the moment we landed, everything felt wrong. At the airport, no one spoke English. People would just stop whatever they were doing and stare at us with blank, empty eyes. Not curious, not friendly, just staring, like we were something that didn't belong. The forest surrounding our cabin felt the same way. The trees seemed to watch us. Even the silence had weight. I told myself I was just being paranoid. Owen was excited, so I pushed the feeling down. That was the biggest mistake of my life. On the second day, there was a knock at the door. A man stood there, smiling too wide. He introduced himself as Russell, our neighbor. He was the only person in the entire area who spoke English. At first, I felt relieved. Finally, someone normal. He kept staring a little too long, then said in a strange, spaced-out voice, "Hey, you guys should come over to mine." We had nothing else to do, so we agreed. The walk to his place was short, but unsettling. We pushed through thick bushes until we reached a clearing. No trees, no birds, no animals, just one run-down cabin that looked exactly like ours, but abandoned and rotting. Inside, there was no electricity. He made us tea over a fireplace, and we sat down. The walls were covered with family photos, but every single face in them had been violently scratched out, the same person, over and over again. Owen tried to make conversation. "So, Russell, where are you from?" Russell didn't answer. Instead, he stared straight through me and said slowly, "You're staying for 4 days, right?" We had never told him how long we were staying. The air grew heavier. He quickly changed the subject and offered to show us around. The cabin was in terrible condition, smashed windows, rotting floorboards. As we passed the basement door, he whispered to himself, "It will be dark soon." We looked outside. It was the middle of the day, bright sunlight. Then, in the friendliest voice possible, he said, "You shouldn't have come here." My stomach dropped. Owen and I exchanged nervous glances. We tried to leave politely, but Russell insisted on showing us a shortcut back to our cabin. He pointed deeper into the woods, the opposite direction of where we came from. We followed him anyway. He led us to a small rose garden, only 3 roses growing in the dirt, beautiful red roses in the middle of this creepy dead clearing. He looked at the flowers, then at us, and whispered, "They should never have come here." Owen finally snapped, "What the hell is wrong with you?" Russell just smiled sadly and said, "Always the same question." We made an excuse and practically ran back through the bushes to our cabin. The moment we got inside, we started packing. We didn't care that it was late, we just wanted out. We caught a taxi to the airport and spent the night there. Anything was better than staying in that cabin one more second. But here's the part that still keeps me awake at night. A few months later, I was scrolling through old photos from that trip. I zoomed in on one picture I had taken of Russell's cabin from a distance. In the background, barely visible through the trees, there were 3 fresh graves behind his rose garden. And on each grave, someone had placed a single red rose. We thought we escaped, but sometimes I wonder, if we had stayed those full 4 days, would there be 4 roses now?